Welcome back to Creating Inner Beauty. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 things I love to do before the new year to take advantage of all this beautiful new year energy and to make sure I'm going into the next year feeling positive, having a positive mindset with a clear vibrational energy field, and I'm staying in alignment with the intentions I have for myself and my life. If you don't know me, I'm Liz, and I'm an intuitive coach and healer for conscious women, and I love empowering conscious spiritual women to heal their blocks, step into their power and gifts, and create soul-fulfilling dream lives that they love. And setting intentions and taking advantage of the energy that's around the new year is certainly part of that process of creating a life that you love. So today I'm going to be talking about the 10 things I love to do, as I mentioned, and I'm going to be dividing them into 3 major categories. Now, just a quick caveat before we begin, you certainly do not have to do all of these things before the new year. I'm just presenting a lot of different options for you so that you can pick and choose something that calls out to you, that resonates from you, maybe one from each category, to set yourself up energetically to really welcome in the new year in a beautiful way. Of course, if you feel called to do all of them, to give them all a try, please feel free to do so. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. It really makes a difference for me, and I'm planning to do all of them as we head toward the New Year's, but I want you to feel empowered to pick and choose what works for you. The other thing I wanted to say is New Year's is certainly not the only time to do these practices and rituals. I find them beautiful things to do at any time that I want an energetic reset, when I have new intentions for myself and my life, when I feel like I need to recommit to living an aligned lifestyle. These are all practices that I do at any of those times. I also especially like doing some of these things again in the spring, because for me, that's when the earth's energy is in the energy of fresh new beginnings, new life, birth, and I feel like that really helps support our intentions. So I do these at the new year, and then I kind of refresh myself and do some or all of them in the spring as well. So let's dive into what exactly the practices and rituals I love to do are. So I group them together in 3 categories, and the categories are things for releasing, and then secondly, it's things to really fill up and lift your energy, and then thirdly, there are things to do to set your intentions for moving forward. So let's first talk about releasing. Here are the 3 things I love to do that are about releasing, about letting go of energy that I no longer want or need, so I can be an open vessel to be filled up with positive energy moving forward. So the first thing I love to do is do a bit of a clean and declutter of my house. So this would include doing things like cleaning out, decluttering, and organizing my closet. For me, I'm kind of a beauty product skincare junkie, so sometimes some years it's about cleaning out and decluttering my skincare, my makeup, anything that's really going to help me feel like I am stepping into the new year with a fresh energy, and knowing that I can have at my fingertips easily find the things that help me feel good. So as I mentioned, closet, products. I like to definitely declutter any space where I'm working or I'm doing any kind of ritual or alignment practice. All of those areas are really good. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make every single part of your house clean and organized, but just choose some parts that, when they are clean and organized, feel really good to you and help put you in a really positive mindset, and try to make sure to do those things as you're heading into the new year. And decluttering definitely shifts your energy. Items, things we have in our house, clutter we have in our house can hold onto energy. So you really want to make sure to be moving that energy along and making space for new energy to come in. I would especially recommend decluttering anything that relates to old relationships that you no longer need or want to have in your life, or any other items that you feel are connected to past versions of you or past versions of your life that you're working on letting go and opening up to new versions of. So that would be like my top recommendation in the decluttering area. Second thing I love to do around releasing work is to do a space clearing, an energy clearing of my house. And so I do this various ways depending on what I feel intuitively guided to do. Some years I will do a smoke clearing where I will burn some herbs to and setting the intention that the smoke from the herbs clear the space and bring in positive energy. Other years I will use a clearing or cleansing mist in order to do that. So that's like walking around the house, spraying or sprinkling water that's been specially charged with the intention of clearing. Or other years I will use sound to clear. I really like to use sound to clear. So that includes walking around with my singing bowl and gently hitting it as I move through the space with the intention of clearing it. I also have certain videos I love to use that have frequencies within them that are about clearing negative energy out. And so I'll play those in my house for a while till I feel like the space feels really good and clear and high vibrational. So there's many ways to do this process. Choose one that works for you, your living your situation, what you feel intuitively guided to do, and make sure to go through your space and energetically cleanse and prepare it for the new year. So thirdly, in this category, I will spend some time journaling and writing out what I know I need to release personally, emotionally, mindset-wise, limiting beliefs, old relationships, that kind of thing. Write all of that out and then do a burning ceremony around it very safely in a fireproof, safe type of way. So this can include making a list of things that happened during the year that I'm ready to find closure around and let go of. It can include making a list of mindsets that I've noticed within myself that I don't feel like are in alignment with who I truly am and where I want to go with my life. Sometimes it's writing letters to people that maybe I feel like the energy between myself and them has gotten a little bit conflicted or messy or chaotic, and I'm ready to do some cleansing of that energy, some forgiveness work. So sometimes that includes writing letters of forgiveness and then releasing and burning those letters. So that can take many forms, but I think the real thing to take away from that practice is spending some time in some deep reflection around what doesn't serve you to hold on to and bring into the new year, and then writing those things down and having some symbolic way of releasing them to the universe. So like I said, that can be burning it, that can also be just ripping it up into little shreds and throwing it away. Some people will go and bury what they've written and give it back to the earth. So choose whatever method really resonates with you and makes sense for your life right now, but just have some symbolic way to say, okay, I'm done with this energy. Okay, so those are my top 3 releasing activities and practices I love to do before the new year. Then once I've done those, now I feel like my energy is nice and clear and ready. I go into the category of wanting to fill up and lift my energy. So here are 3 practices that I love to do. First, I write a list of at least 10 wins from this year, from this past year. So these can be personal wins, these can be goals that you set that you achieved. It can be unexpected experiences that you had, that you have manifested for yourself. It can be also things like healing work that you feel like you did, mindsets you up a level, difficult conversations you had, new ways of thinking that you developed. So I really want you to think very globally about this and feel free to write down small things to large things, things you can quantify versus and things that are harder to quantify but you feel really good about. So once you take a look at that, it will really put you in a mindset of positivity, of feeling accomplished and feeling like, okay, even if my year didn't go perfectly, even if there's some things I'm not excited about or not happy about, or I feel like I didn't accomplish, there are other things I really did. And it will really get your energy moving in towards successes and things to celebrate. And that will help you bring in more and more things to celebrate. Now, secondly, I love to do a gratitude list. And so these are just things from big to small that you have been grateful for throughout 2024, throughout the year, whatever year you're watching this in, and that you have in your life right now that you feel deeply grateful for. So these can be big things that happen, small things. It can be daily routines you've developed, new mindsets. Like I said, there might be some overlap with the wins list that you're creating, but I think the important thing with the gratitudes is that it's not just things you accomplished or you did, but it's just anything that's in your life that you appreciate, getting into that energy of appreciation. And you might even find, and I find this really helpful, to reflect on some of the harder things that happened during the year and what you appreciated about those. So while they may have not been fun, they may have sucked, most of the time when we reflect on the challenging things that have occurred in our life, we can see a way we've grown, something that it taught us, a new intention for our lives that it helped us to set. So expressing gratitude around those challenging things and what they have brought us can be a very powerful practice and really shift your perspective as well. So I really recommend doing a gratitude list. Thirdly, I will definitely do some kind of guided meditation or visualization that is focused on bringing balance to my energy field and filling myself with positive energy. So I have several of my own meditations that I love to do, of course. I also sometimes just like to pop onto YouTube, do a search for guided meditation, for energy balancing, or for bringing in positive energy, or for creating miracles, or whatever energy you want to be in going into the new year, and choosing one and doing it. It's a really beautiful practice, and YouTube is such a beautiful resource in order to have guided meditations at our fingertips. So I really encourage you to use that. And if you guys would like me to make a special one for the new year, happy to do that as well. Just let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd be interested in. So those are the three things I love to do to fill my energy back up and get myself in a really high, good state going into the new year. And last category is setting intentions and manifestation work going into the new year. So first thing I love to do is to do some reflection on how I really want to feel this year, and doing some refinement on, is that different from what my focus was, how I wanted to feel last year, what's important to me right now, where do I feel like I want my life to go, my experiences to go, and really getting in touch with that. And I just did a video about how to set soul-aligned intentions where I talked a little bit about this process. So I will link that video down below so that you can go to that video if you want to hear a little bit more about it. But basically, it's just doing some reflection on how I truly want to feel, and then setting some intentions that are in alignment with that feeling, that will bring me that feeling. And then also thinking about if there are any specific goals that I have that will help bring in that intention and allow me to know that I've accomplished it, and will help me to feel the predominant way I want to feel. So, for example, if the way that I want to feel next year is to be really peaceful throughout the year, and I would probably spend some time reflecting around the areas of my life that I feel like need some new intentions that would bring in peace. A great example might be if I want to have peaceful relationships, I would set an intention around that. And then I would think about what goals do I have, the specific things I can do to help make my relationships more intentional and peaceful. And so that might be things like having conversations with certain individuals, setting boundaries, getting more comfortable practicing for myself saying no, or expressing what I need, just whatever specific things I need to do in order to bring that feeling into being. So and spend some time reflecting about that and then writing it down, because writing down your intentions is very powerful. Then after I have a good sense of that, I will do some manifestation practices. So 2 things I love to do are guided meditation, where I sit and use some sort of guided meditation process to visualize what my life is going to be like, how I desire it being in the new year, really tuning into how I will feel when I have brought in these experiences for myself, who I would share that with, what I'd be doing, what kind of person I will be as I manifest these experiences through the new year. And then I will also spend some time scripting out how I think these things might unfold, or how I wish these things might unfold. So scripting is a really powerful tool I love to use for manifestation. So once I have sort of an idea of like, okay, this is what I want my year to be like, this is how I want to feel, and then these are the specific goals or desires I have connected to that really align to me, I will sit down and write a letter to the universe, a thank you letter to the universe, basically, scripting out exactly how it all happened. And I did this, for example, right before, a couple of months before my wedding and moving into my house last year, where I just wrote, thank you, universe, for my most perfect wedding day. And then I went on to describe exactly how I wanted to go, exactly how I wanted it to feel, who I wanted to be there, what kind of interactions I wanted to have, what I wanted it to look like. And then I did the same thing when I was in my house search process, my home buying process, and scripted out exactly how it would feel to find the house, how easy it would be, what elements it would have. Wouldn't you know? Totally forgot about doing that. Several months after both of those events, I picked up an old journal and I read what I had scripted out, and it fit exactly what happened almost perfectly to a T. So very powerful practice, beautiful thing to do at the new year. And then of course, like if something changes, or if you get a new clarity around what you want, you can always go back later and re-script it, not a problem. But just putting into really tangible words what you would like to see for your life over the new year, very powerful, very effective. And then lastly, a practice that I love doing is doing a year ahead reading with tarot or oracle cards. I'm a tarot and oracle card reader, and I use both of those tools in my work with clients all of the time in my intuitive coaching, and I just do like specific tarot and oracle card readings. So around the new year, I love to do a year ahead reading for myself. Sometimes I will use tarot cards and do a month, my month reading, where I pick a card for each month and write it down and do some journaling about it. But most commonly, what I actually love to do is use oracle cards. And specifically for me, I love using goddess-based oracle cards. In my work, I love working with goddess energy, and it is one of the tools and practices I use for my own healing, as well as with my clients doing goddess circles, goddess coaching. And so I love breaking out one of my goddess decks and tuning into the messages the goddesses have for me through the year, which goddesses would like to work with me over the next year, and what are the energies that it would be beneficial for me to focus on as I move through the year. Now, the most common way I do that is with a card for every quarter of the year. And so I'll do like a first quarter card, second quarter, third quarter, so on, and just setting the intention that I will receive the messages and the goddess that would like to work with me during that quarter for the year. So my year ahead readings are less like, hey, this is what's going to happen next year. And they are more about what energies it would be helpful for me to align to in the coming year to see the intentions and goals I have for myself to come into fruition. So that's how I like to do my year ahead readings for myself. So I believe that's 10. Let me go over them again really quickly. We have a couple in each category. Remember, the 3 categories are releasing, then filling up your energy, and then setting intentions and manifestation. And the practices are clean and declutter, energetically cleanse your space, write out what you know you need to release, and then symbolically let it go in some kind of ritual. Then write a list of 10 wins from the year, do a gratitude list from the year, do a guided meditation to refill your energy field and welcome in positive energy. Then in your setting intentions section, it would be some doing some journaling about how you want to feel and your connected intentions and goals, doing a guided meditation around what you want to manifest for the coming year, scripting it out, and then doing a oracle or tarot card year ahead reading to connect with what energies it would be helpful for you to be in alignment with for the coming year to achieve your goals and manifestations. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys today. I hope this video has been helpful and have given you some ideas of things that you can do to prepare yourself energetically, emotionally, mindset-wise to go into the next year in the most positive place that you can. And I definitely would love to hear if you try any of these practices. Let me know how you like them in the comments, or if you have other practices that you love doing around the New Year's. I'd be super interested to hear about those as well. I'm always looking to add to my own repertoire. So please feel free to share those with me in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you hit the like button to let me know. Share the video with someone else that you think might also be helped by this content. And subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos from me on healing, spirituality, working with divine feminine energy and power, self-care, and how to live a soul-aligned life. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.